Wow. Am I right? Anna and I are back here at E3 to talk to Johnny about the Artful Escape of Francis Vendetti. Wow. Like, if we have like people in front, just like their eyes are glued to the screen. My eyes were glued to the screen first time seeing it.
Yeah. There's something I did not know that I wanted, but now I know that I will never be the same without, is glitter in video games.
It's the glitteriest game
It
out
is.
there, yeah.
And I need it.
So Johnny, tell us tell us about the game. I mean, what did we just experience there?
A lot of subliminal messaging. It's about a teenage musician who goes on a multi-dimensional journey to create his stage persona. It's kind of like if David Bowie had gone on a space journey and come back as Ziggy.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. And where did the inspiration for this come from? Is this any kind of biography of anybody?
It's kind of an anti-biography.
Oh yeah?
I studied game development at uni, and there's Jeff playing at the back. He likes to shred through this area. Yeah, I went to uni, studied game design, and then I got a record deal that week. That
Really?
I
Oh, wow.
graduated. And then I didn't go home for 5 years.
Wow.
And toured, and generally hated it. And when I came back, I was like, I never want to leave the house again.
Can I ask why?
I
don't know
don't
what attracting. I'm just curious. Like, it sounds like that's the dream, right?
Like
you get the
touring?
record deal and
Yeah.
touring and like.
I know, it sounds like it's going to be the best.
Right.
But you just wasted the whole time. And like,
Again, what's wrong? Yeah.
it's fun for like
Sure.
6 months.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? But, and you know, you're away from your friends and your family, and you're in crappy hotels the whole time. Like really crappy hotels. Like you think of a crappy hotel,
Right.
it's worse than that. Sometimes when I see 12-seater vans, I like feel sick. Like, I'm back in the van.
And so this is kind of
Oh, sorry, yeah.
the opposite of that?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of themes in this game, but one of them is like the anti-biography, which is like just the fantasy of music and
Right.
a world of unlocked doors.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what I always loved about music, what I loved about, you know, art in general is kind of the peripherals of art. The way that marketing something can be as artful as the medium itself.
Right.
Oh, interesting.
And the way stage personas can inform art.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how would we think of Daft Punk if they were just
Right.
two kind of slovenly dudes instead of these robotic personas searching for humanity? And this is what Francis is about. Francis is the nephew of like a famous Bob Dylan folk singer, and everyone thinks he's going to be this folk mastermind, but he just really digs crazy cosmic guitar odysseys. And as you move through the different worlds of the multiverse, you create the different aspects of your persona. So your backstory, what planet you came from, and then you go into his stage makeup and his costume, and you can like do individual like sequins or
Wow.
patches, and we're going to try and make that as crazy as possible. And you can do like publicity stunts. And that's the kind of stuff I love. I love the peripherals of art around the core medium.
So it looks like you're making decisions at some points. Was that at the very beginning? Like, what kind of impact does that have? Or is that more just like on the dialogue or like?
It's a combo of both. Like, have you ever played Kentucky Route Zero?
Yes,
That game is dope.
it is. It's a great game.
And sometimes you're just informing what you want the character to be.
Right.
And I love that. I love that sometimes. But then there's also, like Telltale games, when you make decisions, it forks the plot.
Right.
Right.
But in this game, it's about informing the character.
Right.
Cool. So the journey is about creating and informing the character, really?
Exactly, about creating his stage persona, and everyone will have different stage personas. You get to name them and work out their look, and you get to ride down a river on a statue of yourself doing guitar solos. So
I saw him. You said he likes to shred through this part, and I'm really curious because all of this sounds awesome, but how does it translate into game mechanics? What buttons do we push?
That's a great question. I went about the gameplay. I wanted it to go about it in a very musical way. Like Guitar Hero, it doesn't feel very musical to me.
Right.
I've never played music like
that.
when the notes were flying at me. Do you know
Right.
what I mean? So it's like a lot of games derive their fun from difficulty, but I just wanted you to feel awesome.
That I connect to.
You know, when you play Smells Like Teen Spirit, if you're a little bit good, it's effortless.
Right.
But it feels amazing. So I wanted to try and the gameplay to be just triumphant. You know? and make you feel like a badass.
So at the end of this game, like me and Anna play, we come out with different personas, like theoretically, right? Like
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Like to see like how I turn out my first playthrough and to kind of compare it to my friends and to see like who I kind of developed.
Yeah, and it's I think people are going to spend a lot of time creating their costumes and stuff. It's my favorite part of video games, is making the character at the beginning.
I love that too. I've seen a lot of color changing dots. Is that a mechanic in the game?
Yeah, well, I mean, have you ever seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
I haven't, but I love it.
If you remove every single Richard Dreyfuss scene from that film, it's the best film ever made. For some reason, Richard Dreyfuss is in that film. I'm not sure why. He just plays this weird guy who makes like a potato mountains. I didn't make that up. That's the film. But it has the best ending of any film I've ever seen, which is like this crazy cosmic jam between a keyboard player and a spaceship. It's that doo 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 doo. That's like I just sang on live Twitch. And I wanted to kind of incorporate that tonal language because it's so epic.
Right.
And that kind of like non-violent gameplay is kind of derived from the story. It's kind of narrative based because it's about making your persona and creatively finding yourself. So you probably don't need to kill anyone.
Right.
You know what I mean to do that?
Right, yeah, right.
So everyone should just jam.
So those dots that are changing colors are part of that language, that shared...
Yeah, it's like jamming and there's like call and response and then he can give you visual indications to resolve the chords.
Cool.
It's something that you have to play, I think,
Yeah.
to understand like how we use sound. I mean, using sound in this game is obviously vital. Like all these different Lotus flowers play individual notes
Wow.
when they come out, but that has to be composed in a way that it works with every theme that's playing.
Right.
Like you can bring out the guitar at any point, so all the guitar shredding needs to be in the same key and worked as in the same themes, which is like a fun little constraint to compose in. And because you have to work it that way, you can bring the guitar out at any point in the game and learn the background music, which is like what I like to do. I just like stop on a hill and I'll just
Oh, that's so cool.
play away.
Did you create the music?
Jeff's rocking out.
Either he's
going crazy.
How long did it take you to arrive at this aesthetic, by the way? I mean, the game is absolutely gorgeous, and like
Yeah,
everything kind of comes together in just this kind of like surreal way.
Yeah.
And I feel awesome just looking at it. Like, how long did it take to kind of get to like where it is now?
Yeah, it's tricky to get that 3D and 2D perspective going, and a lot of it is about how you light it. Like the whole thing's lit a lot like a theater set, as opposed to like how you would do a 3D game.
Right.
And you just got to turn up the post-processing to like 11. That's why there's like it has more God rays per meter than any other game.
I love it.
I believe.
I know. I see them all right
Yeah,
now.
that
They
was an
look
accident.
Fantastic.
We just left that in.
It just happened. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that's staying there.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about the music. How did it come about? How did you compose it? What will people love about it?
Well, I composed it with a guy called Josh Abrahams. He did like Moulin Rouge and
Wow.
a bunch of other films. I've worked with him for many years. His studio is just amazing. It
Yeah.
has like he has the best collection of synths I've ever seen. He has a room that's bigger than my house. That's just the synths he doesn't use.
That's
wild.
amazing.
So I'm just always synth octopusing, like, just trying to play with everything. And we work together on the music. I usually just bring in the chords and the themes of what I want to do, and he does the arrangements and the engineering. And every world has a different kind of theme. This world has like Vangelis meets Bill and Ted
Wow.
kind of vibe. So big strings, big symphonic synths with crazy drenched over the top guitar dueling. But then there's other worlds that have different themes that go along with how you're feeling in that world. Obviously, at the time, it's very thematic. We've got more of a Talking Heads level that we're working on at the moment.
Oh wow.
Um,
Do you have a favorite world so far for yourself? I mean, is there one that you're just especially attached to?
There's a world called Glimmerdim that has like a shopping precinct that rebuilds itself for every customer.
Wow.
Wow.
And like you have to go through this kind of big mall to get to it, where through statues it describes how that civilization became obsessed with image.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
God.
I feel like there's a ton of depth in this game. I can't wait to just dive into it and learn what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for everyone to play it.
When can they?
I have no idea.
Just when you're done, right?
Yeah, when it's damn ready.
And where will we be? Well, where will we play it? Will it be on like Xbox or?
It's definitely going to be on Xbox and PC.
Right.
And then who knows?
So
Maybe some other places.
some other places. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Where can people watch to make sure that they know that they get updates and that they know when it's going to come out?
The Artful Escape. At the Artful Escape, type the Artful Escape in, type it into your phone,
Just
put
Google
it, write
that.
it on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Someone will help you.
Dude, this is amazing. I can't wait to check out the game even more. Johnny, thank you so much.
Thanks,
like,
man.
sharing it, dude. Looks amazing.
Such a
dude.
pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
There we go. And also know, like, keep your Rockstar careers to 6 months. Now I know if that happens.
Yeah.
6 months. All right, the fun just goes downhill. From
That's
here.
it. It's
There we
bad
go.
after
I've learned
that.
a lot, so much from this, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
Johnny, thanks so much. Anna, awesome. And all right, guys, thanks for joining us. Stay right there. We got more coming for you. Just a moment.